It's been a lot I cut back on. I didn't gain the weight because I didn't go to eating how I was eating. That's why I didn't gain the weight back. There's no way I could go
Did you make
back.
a conscious decision? Did you notice yourself gaining weight and be like, I can't go all the way back?
I went all the way up when I was in the testosterone. I went all the way up to 330.
Oh, okay.
And that was horrible. I could feel it. I could feel it on me. But it wasn't, I was hungry. And the edibles were making me eat at night. And I wasn't counting my points. And that My Fitness plan keeps me in a neighborhood.
Right.
In the back of your head, it makes you liable for everything. So that's helped. Have I lost 55 pounds? No. But I know the workouts that I'm doing, I'm cutting some fat. I know that my pants, I could pull the thing. I haven't weighed myself because I don't trust the scale at the house. So when I go to the YMCA tomorrow or Friday, I'll weigh myself, But no, I like what I'm doing now because of the knee. Like last week, I rode the bike for 45 minutes and I did a kettlebell workout. I couldn't walk for 3 days.
Oh,
It
really?
defeated the purpose. It was the law of diminishing returns. So this week, I just did the bike for 45 minutes. And then today I just did the kettlebell workout. And that's it. I did some stretching. I did some sit-ups, some fucking parachuting, and all that shit, and that was it. So I'm experimenting, I'm not 22 no more, so different shit works. So, but that's what you look at these last 2 weeks. You sit there and you think about, what the fuck did I do this year? Did I go back to school? How were my grades? How's my future looking? Did you think about any of this shit lately?
Yeah, I thought about it because you asked me last podcast, like, something about what happened this year. And it's been a crazy year for me. And it's been, just personally, like, just thinking about, if I didn't write a Facebook message on your wall 4 years ago, this year, I probably would have been in Boston. But even if I somehow was still out here, I'd be stuck in a small little cubicle office for 10 hours a day, driving an hour back and forth to Santa Monica. And I got to go to Austin. I went to Tempe. I got to see some really cool... I got to go to Ari's TV taping twice. I got to be in all these really cool conversations. I got to meet Toking Lair, who's like one of the coolest dudes ever. I went to my first UFC, I was fucked up, but it was a lot of fun. It's been a fun year. It's November was a year for me not having a full-time day job, and that was crazy. Fuck, it's gonna win.
Yeah, it's really the weather's going to be bad in Los Angeles. No,
but it's been crazy.
You judge and you started your diet, you started your working out,
yeah,
which it's going to save your life. It's going to save your knees, your feet. It'll cut you a couple of years on diabetes, God forbid.
Oh, I was talking about that with Paula and her mom. If I got diabetes, I think I might die because I don't think I could do the needles. Do you think you could?
You don't have to do needles because you get diabetes, and then there's diabetes type 2 diabetes, which is the most popular one.
Yeah, but isn't all of it you have to put insulin in?
No, that's controlled by a pill, depending on where you're at, and dieting and exercising.
Well, I still don't want it, but I just
drinking water. No,
I've seen people have to do prick their fingers and have to do the insulin into the liver or something down there.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't think I could do that.
That's why I have to exercise all the time because I'm avoiding that.
Yeah.
When you lift the weights, you cut back on the osteoporosis. I'm leaning on the other side now. I've been listening to some of the old podcasts that we've done. Some in January, some in the old office, which were a disaster. And I noticed that there's you're 26 years old. I'm 51 years old. It could be double your age. And it's I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy that there's guys that listen that are your age, because I don't sit here and talk about my successes. I talk about a lot of mistakes that I made, and you guys learn from my mistakes, or you don't, We laugh, we kidnapped Vel and we called them and I apologize. We laugh, but it's not funny. And I don't want it to be funny for you guys, I don't want you guys to giggle. I'm thinking of kidnapping the neighbor. Well, you can't kidnap the fucking neighbor because it's not funny. But
it's my stick.
Yeah, I want people to learn from these mistakes, and it's been done. And with you on the show, it makes me young. Like I listen to you and I talk to you and I hear about Netflix and all this shit you talk about and fucking Roku, whatever the fuck it is.
Roku.
But I don't know. I'm very happy that I do this podcast because I know a lot of people listen to it and they take tidbits and they apply it. Because they know I fucked up, and this is what you do.
It is really
cool. Live and learn.
It's really cool when people will come up to you or me when I'm at a show or even on email and just say because of this I did that, and if that's true for like even one person, that's pretty cool. Like that helped. That I didn't even want to be a part of. That's pretty cool.
I fell asleep at 3 a.m. last night thinking about our conversation.
That was a crazy conversation last night.
Like I was getting scared. Like I would have to go outside and smoke every 35 minutes because I was high from the edible, but I was thinking about the story I was telling. You know, at the age of 28, which a lot of you guys that listen to this are, or 29, I didn't have a future. There was no way, Lee. Like there was no way. Like I was just living day to day. I didn't know what was going to happen, and Lee, I didn't care because I couldn't control it. Are you with me? Like I just couldn't control my days no more. You know, I was talking to Lee last night. I don't know how we got on it about me being in the halfway house.
Yeah.
And when they took me from the prison to the halfway house, like it took 2 hours to snap into the old me. Like there was no, like I already had a fucking agenda when I got out. I had 2 agendas. I had the agenda I told the Gentiles and people who cared about me, and there was the agenda that I had in my fucking heart. That I was going to go right back and buy some fucking blow and sell some blow to get on my feet. You know, I didn't know any other way. You know, yeah. I was telling Lee that.
In a halfway house, you were selling blow.
In a halfway
outside
house.
of it, to regular people, not even just halfway house
I had
people.
a scale in the ceiling, and I'd bring the coke in, and I'd hide it in the hallway behind, like, the fire extinguishers, or under the radiators.
You didn't think anyone was going to steal it?
No, nobody. They didn't have cameras in hallways.
I didn't mean them find it. I meant like another addict find it.
No. They would think it's in my possession.
Okay.
I never had it in my fucking possession just in case somebody ratted me out.
Okay.
So if you came to me and said, I need a gram right now, I wouldn't sell it to you. I'd say, I got to make a call and go get it and have the guy deliver it. Meanwhile, you were standing 3 feet from me in the hallway while we were talking. And I'd say, go to your room. I'll knock on your door. Give me the money. You give me the money. And then I'd take that money and give it to my roommate or something. Or I'd go down to my car and put it in the car or something. I'd make sure it didn't have any marks on it, just in case they marked it with blue ink or something.
You had people try to do that to you?
No, but why not be fucking careful? You have to be careful. Because that's to buy money. And then I would get the coke and hide it somewhere and tell them to go get it. That's how crazy I was. It's on top of that window sill.
Did you have to use different spots so like all your customers wouldn't just see you?
Yeah, I used different spots with different people. There wouldn't be people in the hallway when I was cutting my deals in the halfway house.
Oh, okay.
But let's say I got to the halfway house Tuesday at 1. Then they release you. You have orientation for 3 or 4 days, and they release you a couple hours every day. It took like 2 days just for me to get the scale in and the fucking coke in. And we're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.